The very last series of today about to happen. It is the grand final of Division 4 between Ascension Helios and the GC Pop. And not alone, I'm still here joined by Ethan. How are you doing?
I'm okay, actually. I've just had some lovely pizza, and I am very excited to watch the final between Ascension Helios, and the GC Pop. It will be a very interesting series considering they've just beaten the first seed and the second seed of Brutal Base and TT Paradigm, as we just saw in the last series. Brutal Base taking that series 4-3. But it will be interesting to see what the team's approaches are in this series, Dennis.
Yeah, definitely. It's just interesting to see how both teams will go into this series. Of course, Helios, they've had some time to, work what, how they gonna beat TT Parrot or GC Pop here, I have to say. And yeah, it's just, yeah, they've played at 5, if I'm not mistaken, at 5 CST, and added the match at 6. So they've had a solid like 2 hours, 2.5 hours to see what could go better, maybe. Of course, they just managed to win against Brutal Base, but here they are then in Division 4 playoff final. Of course, we know Ascension Helios from a few seasons already. I think they joined somewhere like Season 3, somewhere like that. And well, back then it wasn't that easy for them. Like now, they end up in last place if I remember correctly, and they had some tough seasons. But here they are. Then it just takes one best of 7 series for them to promote to Division 3, something they've always wanted. And straight from the bottom, now they're here. Grand final it is, and it is Ascension Helios. A great story for them, but still they gotta beat the GC Pop. We've seen them just beating TT Paradigm in the Game 7 overtime as well, just like Ascension Helios. Both really happy with the Game 7 win, especially in overtime. But yeah, it's still gonna be really hard for the for both teams actually, to just manage a win. Both teams really in form in this season. The third against fourth, it's actually pretty insane if you ask me, that both teams got into the final. It's not what most people expected. Brutal Base went 7-0, got beat by Ascension Helios in the first series in a Game 7 overtime, but in the end it was Ascension Helios just being a bit better, and then the GC Pop beating TT Paradigm, the second place, also in a Game 7 overtime. So really impressive stuff from both teams here going into the final. But yeah, I think it's just time to get into the predictions of this series. So Ethan, I think I just leave it to you for the first. So what do you think is going to win this series? Will it be Ascension Helios or will it be the GC Pop?
Well, I'm looking back at Division 4 here, Dennis, and in their last series they played against each other, actually the GC Pop took it 3-2 in the series, winning in a Game 5. So if we're basing it off stats here, the GC Pop do have an advantage, but coming in from both best of 7 wins, it's an even playing field in my opinion. But if we're basing it off stats, I'm going to give my prediction to the GC Pop.
All right. Yeah, of course, we saw the GC Pop. They ended up in 3rd place, and Ascension Helios ended up in 4th place in league play, but that doesn't mean anything. It's as long as you make that top 4, you are secured for playoffs, and that's exactly what both teams have done here. And we saw Ascension Helios beating Brutal Base and GC Pop beating Paradigm. And if you just had a look from last series, we saw a really close series as well between Brutal Base and TT Paradigm. In the end, going to Brutal Base, so that makes it even more impressive for Ascension Helios beating Brutal Base. I think I'm just going for the for the Ascension Helios side. I can't put that against them. I know them pretty well. They've done a really good story here so far. A really good work beating Brutal Base in the first series of today in the semi-final. And Ascension, they are a good side. Ascension Helios, they've worked all the way from the bottom from a few seasons ago, and here they are. It's 3 great players about to get in against the GC Pop. GC Pop, a new season or a new team as well in Division 4, if I'm not mistaken, had a good season so far, and here they are in the final, and Ascension Helios is just waiting for them here in the final. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be a really hard series for both teams here. I'm really interested to see how this series will turn out, and if if we can get another Game 7. Of course, both teams have had a Game 7 already, and we've seen 3 Game 7s today as well. So can we get a full Game 7 playoff here? That's I think that's what everyone wants here. Just a really interesting series in the season of Division 4 Grand Final. But yeah, it's gonna be a great series, and yeah, I can't wait to let it start. Even.
Yeah, I think without getting into the lobby here, I can't wait for it to get started as well. I think everyone in the chat does want this game to be a best of 7. It's going to be a very tight series in my opinion. Both teams wanting this promotion a lot, and I feel it's going to be very, very close here. Like it's going to be very unpredictable. Chat in the comments below, let's hear your predictions. Like I said before, I'm probably going to go with the GC Pop as they beat Ascension Helios in league play. So it's going to be a very close series. Again, we'll have to get into the game to actually find out what the result's going to be here. But I think it's also going to be down to game 1 here. Both teams have very good momentum here going into this series. Again, whoever takes game 1, in my opinion, is going to have the upper advantage on the other team, Dennis.
Yeah, definitely. Now we have a lot of Ascension fans in the chat, so let's hear yourself, because we're about to get on the way with the first game of Division 4 Grand Final, best of 7. We see Ascension Helios with a pre-Druid prospect against the GC Pop of Don't Mind Me, Frizzly, and McCho. So yeah, we see an early offense here from the Helios side. Druben on the sidewall with a shot. Is it going in? Not just bouncing off the post. And there is Don't Mind Me challenging by Bree, but Bree gets demoed. McCho tries to challenge it. It's now Prospect taking it up to the sidewall. Prospect trying to get it into the middle though, but no one is there really to follow. But there is Bree. Can't really. Well, she had a shot, but Frizzle just can't get a save, as we see an input pass from McCho. Druben takes it over to get it into the side wall. McCho clears it out of harm's way. Should be a bit of possession here for Helios. Gets into the middle. Prospect there with a good shot. Frizzle with a save. Already see an early pressure coming in from Ascension Helios. Good start for them so far in the first minute. So let's see if they can keep it up, or if the GC Pop will come back in this game.
Yeah, as we're seeing here, Ascension Helios have come off with a good start here. I'm seeing Prospect creating a lot of opportunities here with his very, very good mechanics. But however, the GC Pop here putting a little bit of pressure on Ascension Helios here. But again, they need to create more opportunities, and a good challenge there from Bree, denying that player there. Machao, good pressure. Bree, good challenge there. Frizzle on the wall. No boost to his name though, so he can't really create any opportunities. Rotating back here. Druben. Unlucky on the aerial there, but a good pass to Prospect. It works out for them. Bree kind of wastes the ball there, but a good opportunity. It just goes wide. Machao has time. Has low boost to his name though, but Prospect, good dunk there. Don't mind me. He's in the opposition half. Where's my shizzle? Good boom out there. Bree puts it into the middle, but no one there. Prospect puts it into the half. Bree going for the pass, but again, no one there. It just seems like there's not many people and them opportunities there. There's no pressure from the other teammates. There's one person creating the opportunity, no one pushing up with him. There just needs to be a support role here for Ascension Helios, and I think there could be a good chance here, Dennis.
Yeah, definitely. If Ascension Helios just have that support, because they have the chances, they have, the shots, but if they just can finish it, and that's definitely something that makes it easier. When you have a second man being with you, then definitely it's easy to make goals. So far, it's a goalless game, half-time played, so it can go any way. We haven't seen any shot from the GC Pop. They're getting a bit pressured into their own half, though. Sometimes they're getting out and trying to find their first shot of the series still. But so far, Helios has a bit the dominant side here, and Druben here with a good shot. The defense is gone, and there it is. First goal, 4th of this series will go in favor of Ascension Helios. Druben with a great shot.
Yeah, and a great shot from Druben there, just putting it behind Frozma Shizzle, who's really out of position there. He needs to be more in the center of the goal there, so he has a lot more of a line on the play. And here we go, into the second kickoff of the game. So it's 1-0 to Ascension Helios. 3. Good clear down the line. They just need to keep this pressure up, maintain it, so the GC Pop can't actually push out here. So they keep dominant. So Druben with the clear. Machado has a little bit of time here, but wastes it. So Bree has a chance to dunk him. Not the best clear from Frizzle Shizzle here, but he gets a good recovery. Druben, good pass to the wall. Can he follow it again? Good touch out from Druben, but it's just a bit wide, but Prospect might be able to make a play out of this. Prospect with the double, maybe the triple tap. Unlucky there from Prospect. Bree, maybe going to pass this back, but unlucky there. Frizzle Shizzle is just a little bit quicker there. No boost to his name now, though. Druben, going to go for the pass. No one's there again, but again, it seems like most players here have 0 boost, but as I say that, Prospect with the shot goes in. It seems like the GC Pop's defense isn't that good. Prospect slotting that in the top corner. 2-0 to Ascension Helios, Dennis.
Yeah, it's just a bit of GC Pop. Defensive mistakes, positioning mistakes. We just don't see them good in goal. So we see Ascension Helios with great offensive pressure. So far they've had 7 shots against 0 of the GC Pop. So definitely it's been all Ascension Helios game so far. So it's it's only a 2-goal lead. It still can go anyway. 1 minute to go, and everything that Helios has to do now is just defend the goal and make sure that they just keep controlling this game so far, because they're doing that quite well. But definitely now GC Pop is trying to push up more, trying to get a goal. But still, it looks like Helios are much more controlled than the GC Pop. So we see now Ascent Helios back in offense, trying to create something out of it. Druben gets the ball up to the side wall, back into the back wall, gets them both at the same time. Druben spawns back there, can get a clear, and that's actually a goal. It's the 3rd for Ascension Helios. 3-0 it is. And yeah, we see this Ascension Helios rubbing off the GC Pop, doing a really good job. 34 seconds to go, and it's Helios with a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, the GC Pop here seem very timid. They're not very attackive minded here, and they're just giving the ball away for Ascension Helios just to boom it back at them, and they're not in the right position to save it. And if it's getting on target, it's near enough a guaranteed goal here. Prospect with the pressure, don't mind me, going up the wall. 0 boost to his name though, what can he do here? But he goes to the shot, unlucky there, but the pressure's on to the GC Pop, but a good clear from Ascension Helios. As you said though, Dennis, the composure of Ascension Helios just seems a lot more better than the GC Pop. They seem a lot more composed, a lot more less panicky in comparison. I think the GC Pop needs to approach game 2 with more composure, but as I say that, Machado does put one in for the GC Pop, but it could be a bit too late now.
Yeah, it probably is too late. 2 seconds only. There's no time to make 2 kickers goals now. But it's yeah, Ascension Helios with a good lead here and a good win as well in game 1. Though they gotta remember, actually for both teams, we only saw game 1. We saw dominant Ascension Helios, but that could change very quickly. So they gotta keep this going. This amount of pressure on the GC Pop. In the end, it looked like they were just struggling a bit, Ascension Helios, and GC Pop just came back. But definitely, they just gotta make sure that they just keep up the offensive pressure, and GC Pop need to get out of defense, because so far we just saw much defensive mistakes in defense, positioning mistakes, rotational mistakes, leading to not letting the players being into the right position. In the end, that just caused that Ascension Helios got some free goals, an open net, or just a shot that maybe shouldn't have gone in. But yeah, that's really in favor of Ascension Helios here. They have got the first game. They've won the first game, but it's still a best of 7. Still a lot of games to still play. And yeah, Ascension Helios, they have a game 1 lead here, but they need to continue it. It has been a long day for them, but it's definitely not over yet. They're maybe in one of the most important times of them throughout their Rocket League career. And definitely they do not want to throw this away. They have a 1-0 lead, and they definitely want to keep that going.
Yeah, unfortunately the server goes down for maintenance, so hold tight, stream. We will be back just in a second. The lobby's just going to get remade here. But no, I don't know what way, as long as the GC Pop do respond in game 2, so it goes back to a low level playing field for the GC Pop. that it could go either way still. I don't know really what to think right now. I think if Ascension Helios keep up that pressure, maintain what they've got, look for more passing plays in the infield area, it could sway more towards them in this series right now, because the GC Pop just seems so passive in defense.
Yeah, definitely. It's just the passiveness from the GC Pop being just in defense all the time. Well, in the end, they just got out a bit. But so far, it's been really Ascension Helios being the upper hand in this series so far. Of course, it's only one game, so a lot of games to play still. And well, maybe it goes to a game 7. We'll see. Of course, both teams already witnessed a game 7 in this Division 4 playoffs. But definitely, both teams want to win here, want to get that outer promotion to Division 3. And both teams are really capable of winning this series. But definitely, Ascension Helios had a good start. And going into this game 2, yeah, it's gonna be really close, I think. GC Pop had a bit of time to get out of had the speech and say to each other like, okay, we need to win the next game. We can't let Ascension Helios get 2 games up. So definitely they've maybe had a speech here, and Ascension Helios trying to come back. And Ascension Helios, they are the dominant side so far. Going into this game 2, it can be really close. We see some early pressure here for the GC Pop. Prospect now with a solo play. Bray takes it over from him. Bray now. Can she finish it? She can't. Possession to McChow. Leaves, just gives it away though. It's not well done by McChow. Could have done way more with the possession. Druben just rushed into that. As we see Bray following that up. He gets back to Bray. Bray leaves it for Prospect, but Prospect is a bit late. Still wins the challenge though. It drops down. No one there from Ascension Helios. And now maybe we can see a bit of offense for GC Pop. No follow-up though, and it's definitely the offense for GC Pop that's lacking here. We can't see any follow-ups, though we see Ascension Helios, they do have the follow-ups. So far it's been Ascension Helios being a more structured team so far, having more control in offense as in defense. And so far it's game 2. It's a bit of a close one, but still Ascension Helios having the more control in this game so far, Ethan.
Yeah, Ascension Helios again, they just seem a lot more dominant within all aspects of the field here. But again, the GC Pop had an early chance there with the double touch, but again, we're just seeing Ascension Helios having a lot more control, a lot more composure, and as we see, as I'm talking about it, Ascension Helios, great composure, Prospect with the flick, over Don't Mind Me, and Druben there with the follow-up. As we say, I think the GC Pop need to take a note from Ascension Helios, Dennis.
Yeah, we saw a great flick from Druben, just securing a lead for Ascension Helios for the 2nd time in this series. And now it is the 2nd game, and they're 1-0 up, though still 3.5 minutes to be played. And now we see a good dunk from McChow. Can't get in though, there the ball falls off the crossbar. Druben tries to clear it out, pressure is on. But it's still not a goal for the GC Pop. We see a lot more pressure from the GC Pop. Looks like they're getting out of defense now, trying to get into the offense, and it definitely works out. Still no goal for them though. It's still Helios in the lead. Now you can't let McChow get that much space. Someone should have challenged there. It is McChow equalizing here after 2 minutes played.
Yeah, as we see, Bree just exits the challenge there. I don't think that was the right move. Bree should have definitely pressured McChow there so he doesn't get a good shot on that. But as you can see again, a level playing field, 1-1. And Ascension Helios with winning the kickoff. Prospect, good pressure here. Low boost to his name though. Grabs the boost, goes to the infield pass, but close. Good interception there from Machao. Druben puts it to the corner. Machao's going to keep up this pressure. He actually rotates back. Don't Mind Me, puts it to the corner, bounces up. Is Druben going to beat him here? So good clear from Druben. Good speed there. Low boost to all the Ascension Helios' names though. Prospect clearing the ball. Bree, unlucky touch there, maybe trying to pass it back to Prospect. And a good shot there from Don't Mind Me. 2-1 to the GC Pop. And again, these little areas of the field just don't see accompanied by Ascension Helios. And the GC Pop are just taking advantage of this, Dennis.
Yeah, you could just see the hesitation of Druben going for that in the end. He went for the relay, and at that time, it was too late. Don't Mind Me got a shot from there, now straight from the kickoff. It is McChow trying to get a 3rd for GC Pop. Didn't work out though. And yeah, half-time play, we see a big flick. That isn't on net though. But yeah, small errors in defense, that's all what costs you a final, and all what costs you a first place. It can get you to a second place in the end, being in the final. But still, we see a lot of games still to be happening, and Ascension Helios, I'm definitely sure they can bring this back, though they can't permit small defensive mistakes, because I think the 2 goals that GC Pop have scored were just because of small defensive mistakes. But definitely it's GC Pop that also can struggle a bit in defense, though, like we saw in game 1. So definitely this game can be still really close. It's only a 1 game difference, 1 minute and 40 seconds still to be played, and so far this game has been for DGC Pop.
Yeah, and like you said there, the GC Pop, they've answered back really well from this game. From game 1, losing quite a lot there, like 3-0 I think, sorry, 3-2 maybe. It was just a bit much of a scoreboard just to come back from, but they've answered back really well here, having a 2-1 lead over Ascension Helios right now. As I thought from game 1, Ascension Helios had the better side, maybe had more pressure, but again, they've answered back really well, using more counter offense more than just normal offense here, in my opinion. Ascension Helios need to answer back here, and putting it to the backboard there, Druben doesn't go, allows Bree to clear that with a boomer, and Bree's going to carry on with the shot. Well played from Bree. Really good communication here from Ascension Helios. Good leave there from Druben. Bree follows that. No challenges there from the GC Pop, and a free shot for Bree. What a goal. Let's go.
Yeah, it's a great goal for Bree. Just getting the second goal for Helios. And yeah, they're back into this game. After that rough game in game 2 here, it's finally they're getting back a bit. Though it's now DGC Pop trying to get back into the offense, trying to get a 3rd goal, and then it's Frizzle trying to center it. Druben takes it over, leaves it for Bree. Good communication there as well. As you see, don't mind me trying to clear it, but that's going into the middle. Could be very dangerous, though. He just saves it out, clears it out. In the end, it's no danger for Helios. For GC Pop, I have to say. We see now a bit of a loose ball. Bree has to clear that. She does indeed. Now Shizzle tries to get it again. The prospect going for that. Don't mind me clears it out. 9 seconds still in this game. Probably that's gonna be an overtime in this game too. Of course, we see Helios already have a game in hand, and winning this game will be very helpful for them. But the GC Pop will try to do everything they can to secure this game to their side and equalize this series in game. So we just began in overtime, and we see GC Pop a bit in offense. They're trying to get some offenses going. But now we see Ascension Helios with a bit of possession. It's getting upfield into the corner. Gets cleared out though. Prospect with the ball to the middle. No one there to follow it up though. And Maxia now in a situation, 1-on-1 situation. Druben does well. Bree can clear it out. Gives possession away a bit though to Don't Mind Me. But the possession gets back instantly. Prospect. Bree is there now. Gets it into her own corner. And they get into the middle. It goes off the post. Helios can count themselves very lucky there, not conceding there, because that could have ended way worse for them. But they're still alive in this game too. Shot on target, GC Pop, definitely their game now. The overtime, they just keeping on coming with the shots. Ball going up now. Prospect whiffs though. Clear shot for Frizzle. 1 minute remaining in this overtime. A demo there, again on the post. Don't mind me, really unlucky with the shot. And, you know, Helios still alive in his overtime.
Yeah, and really unlucky demo there from the GC Pop. A really good opportunity. But again, just couldn't slot it in. It was a very hard angle. But they still have pressure here. They're still pushing back Ascension Helios into their half. As I say, that great 50-50 there from Frizzle. Good touch up. Can someone follow it? 1 up. Good touch from Bree. Good speed there. Don't mind me. Gets to the wall. Can he carry this on? He's got good boost to his name. Carries on, goes for a bump, but he just can't do it. Machao, good touch to the wall there. Don't Mind Me beat Prospect to this wall, but Prospect is very speedy there. Goes for the double tap, unlucky there from Prospect. A good opportunity there. What I'm seeing here is Ascension Helios, of both teams even, have really good ideas of what they want to do with the play. They just can't really use it, what they're thinking. They need to try and use what abilities they've got and adapt it to try and counter the opponent here, Dennis.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can see the passing plays, like here, Prospect with a great shot as well from the pass. I know not from Mudo, I think it was from Bree, but you can just see the passing plays coming, and also for the GC Pop, you can see some connection plays, and that's what you want to see in a Division 4 final, which is the grand final. You just want to see those connections, showing why you are the best team of Division 4 going up to Division 3. Now he's still in overtime, 2.5 minutes in overtime. Druben with a great play, going for the bump. Bree flicks into the middle. Bit awkward, a Prospect going. Beats out one, but don't mind me. Just clears it out. Don't mind me trying to get it again. Druben there with a shot. McChome saves it. Now we see Bree. Back pass to Prospect. Prospect, clear shot for him. Goes for the air dribble. Goes for the double tap. Can't get it though. Can't get it on goal. Now we see, don't mind me, with a bit of possession. Bit of time. Druben challenges that. As you see, Prospect going up for that, a bit slow, so Frizzle will beat that any day. Bree is in goal. Frizzle with the shot, but Druben can clear it out. Now we see the offense still going. Pass to Frizzle. Can't get a shot on goal though. It's really intensive on this overtime. Can't tell who's gonna win this series, who's gonna win this game. But yeah, it was Ascension Helios struggling, in regular time, but they picked themselves up very well in overtime. Still gonna press it a bit though, and Helios is still trying to score. A bit stuck in their own half though. 3.5 minutes in this overtime, and it's a really good overtime.
Yeah, it's actually really a tense overtime here. 3 minutes and 40 seconds in right now, and Machau with the shot. Bit too grounded there. Easy clear for Prospect, and a great dunk from Prospect. Done really well there just to get that ball out and keep pressure on for Ascension Helios. But what I'm seeing here again, being a coach myself, is the time which they're using is not very good. They're just giving the ball away with the time they have. They need to make more opportunities with this time. But here we see Machau trying to pass this into the middle here, but out, and don't mind me, nearly got a good shot on target there. But again, I think Ascension Helios could be okay here, and a good touch from Druben just to get danger out. Good pass into the midfield there, but Prospect can get to it. Good job for there from Prospect. Don't mind me. Gonna try and push the ball. Low booster to his name. Frizzle Mashizzle. Gonna try and hit that. I want a good shot there from Druben. I think that was so unexpected. They did not expect this, the GC Pop. Bit of an unnecessary clear there from Frizzle. A great shot from Druben, and Machau just can't reach it. And game 2 winners, 2-0 in the series to Ascension Helios.
Yeah, and in the end, a great shot from Druben, just straight into the net. It's a really fast shot, and that secures themselves game 2 as well. Druben with 2 goals on his name. And we just saw Ascension Helios. They just picked themselves up together in the overtime, because they were struggling really much in regular time. I think I saw like 3 shots for Helios, while the GC Pop had like 13 shots. So that just showed how much Helios got pressured in regular time, but they picked themselves up together very well. And in the end, making this very important goal, Druben with 2 goals on his name, and also the clanger from Bree securing this game to them. And they are 2 up now, though we saw in previous games, in previous series, that where Ascension Helios was in as well, that they were 2 up, or Brutal Base was 2 up in the first series, and in the end it was Ascension Helios beating Brutal Base, going now into the final. So still, you can't underestimate the GC Pop. They still made final, and yeah, it's still Ascension Helios. They still got to keep it up. They still got to keep the offensive pressure going. Can't stay back too much, and have a really good play there. Have a really good game 3, because if they win this, they in match points. I'm really interested to see, can GC Pop come back, or will it be Ascension Helios going into match point? Here we are, game 3 it is, and we see Prospect now with the Flake getting challenged though to get into the middle. Now we see Druben going up for that. Getting into the corner, don't mind me. Can get a clear though from his own corner. Prospect. A bit awkward there though. Machau in the corner. Tries to get again. No one there though. It's a bit past the goal as well. As you see now, don't mind me. With maybe the first shot of the game, no. It's Druben now. Has possession. Can he do something with it? 1v1, 2v1 situation actually. As you see, Frizzle trying to get it. Gets into the middle, could be dangerous though, but Machau is up very quickly for that. As you see, the ball now into the corner. And that could be very dangerous, but good clear there. As you see, Druben again in offense is really the striker of this team, it looks like. We see Prospect bounce off the ceiling. McChow gets it back. Don't mind me. Leaves it for his team in McChow. As you see, Frizzle gets into the sidewall. Druben picks it up. Bree is up very quickly for that. Tries to get it again. She gets it again, but it's a save from Don't Mind Me. Don't Mind Me with the shot. No one in net. And that is the first goal of this game. GC Pop with a counter attack with the first goal of this game 3.
Yeah, and Don't Mind Me just putting that in. Druben not expecting Don't Mind Me just to pop out there and score that goal. And it's 1-0 to the GC Pop. A great start there from the GC Pop. Just responding back from that for the 2-0 loss they're receiving right now. But Prospect putting back under pressure. Frizzle Machizzle trying to touch that into the middle. Gets it, and a good touch out from a Chow. Good cut there. Going for the wall read. Cannot get it. Prospect being very eager there, coming off the ceiling. 11 boost to his name now, rotating back. Don't Mind Me. Putting into the center. Good defense there from Druben. Seems like the all-round player for Ascension Helios here. Druben with a touch into the middle, and Druben with a great play. Definitely displaying what capability he has within this game. Druben carrying this Ascension Helios side here, Dennis.
Yeah, you could say it's carrying, but Druben does a great job just beating all the 3 defenders. And also Prospect was just sneaky there, trying to steal Druben's goal there. But Druben in the end was himself to make the goal, made the equalizer. And Druben doing a really good job in this final so far. So many goals on his name already. And if you could, you know, if I would name in man of the playoffs so far, it has to be Druben. So many goals we've seen from him, as in the semifinals, as in the finals so far. If he can keep it up, it's gonna be great. As a saying that, it's Druben with another assist here. Prospect will take it into the goal. And yeah, it's a really good response from Ascension Helios. Open net though from GC Pop. You can't question where is the defense from GC Pop. Prospect there, just putting it into the open net of the Druben. Just challenges one. Really good. And beats out the defender, leaving an open net for Ascension Helios. And yeah, it's a good response from Helios in this game. They were 1-0 down, but now they're 2-1 up, trying to continue their half time left still. So yeah, I still think, you know, Ascension Helios, they can take this game, but they really need to, you know, keep this up, keep the offensive pressure going, and not stay back too much even.
Yeah, definitely Ascension Helios here, looking like the stronger side, but like you said, they have to maintain their lead here just to prove that they are the better side. But if they win this game, it's 3-0 to them, and the GC Pop are going to have to reverse sweep it to get it to a game 7. So Machao trying to answer back here, putting it into an infield pass, but no receiving end on that. Machao, good dunk again there. Machao seems promising here, but he's just having no support here from Don't Mind Me and Frizzle. It seems like there's no support role. Druben putting it back into the half. Don't Mind Me putting it to the wall. Bree might be going for a shot here. Unlucky. Good off drop into the corner. And there's an opportunity. And the GC Pop's defense just seems very weak right now. Getting very lucky. There isn't more goals going in. Frizzle just misses that double tap there. Prospect. Good touch up there. Unlucky on the receiving there. Machao misses. Don't Mind Me onto the backboard. Machao with the follow. And a good shot and a good demo there from Don't Mind Me for Machao to allow the shot to go in. Bree just seemed very awkward there. A good demo from Don't Mind Me and a good bump as well. I did not see that. Well played from Don't Mind Me. 2-2. All to play for now.
Yeah, all to play for. It is all equalized here in this game 3. MGC Pop really need a win, because if Ascension Helios wins this, then they are on match point. That's definitely not what GC Pop wants. They want to get out of, you know, having no wins at all in this final so far. Well, they're doing quite a good job coming back into this game. Still 1 minute to go though. Druben just clears it out. Don't Mind Me in the middle. We see Prospect trying to go for the air dribble. We see Prospect going for a lot of air dribbles already in this final. Druben here with the shot not on target. That was way off. And now Don't Mind Me can get out of it. Frizzle tries to get a shot from the redirect, but can't get it on goal. Prospect now takes it past his own goal. Could be very dangerous. Druben is up very quick. Good save from him. Frizzle gets the shot. Bree with a good save. Clears it out, but still the pressure is going on. Prospect can get it out finally for Ascension Helios. Again with an air dribble. Tries to get it again. There's no boost to work with though. 20 seconds left for both teams. Probably it's going to be the next goal wins this game. If it's in overtime or not, we'll see. Prospect will save this ball very easily. As you see, Brie, no boost to work with though. Can she still carry on? Yes, she can, and she can do very good, but still she can't find the goal. And now we see maybe a last offense for the GC Pop. It's getting up to the corner. Was up to the corner. Prospect has to clear it out to secure an overtime, and it is an overtime indeed. 2-0 it is. Overtime here in game 3.
Yeah, and here we go into the overtime here. Again, there was a few opportunities just before this overtime happened. Oh, and Bree misses the opportunity to clear the ball to the side, and it just allows Frizzle just to attack off this play. A great force there from Frizzle, and the GC Pop are back 2-1 in the series here, all to play for the GC Pop. The momentum is on their side now, Dennis.
Yeah, definitely. The momentum is on the side now. They had more shots as well, and in the end, it was just a little mistake from Bree in defense that cost them this game. Very unfortunate. Prospect tried to save it, but it was just, don't mind me, I think, or it was Frizzle just forcing the ball in, and in the end, it was nothing that Ascension Helios defense could do anymore. After the miss of Bree, it was all done and dusted in this game. 3-2 to the GC Pop, though it's still Helios in the lead, and I think every game, well, except of the third place decider, we've seen a team going 2-0 up in the series, and then the other team just equalize it with 2-0. We've seen that in the semi-final, both semi-finals already, but we're about to get into game 4. It was not the result Ascension Helios were hoping for, but definitely I think Ascension Helios, they can still win this series if they just do not let this go to their heads. Of course, we were like around half time through this series, and definitely both teams are really capable of winning this series. Helios still having a bit of the upper hand, and definitely they can't throw this away now. They were 2-0 up so close to winning the final. They can't throw it away now. They can't let the GC Pop win 3 times in a row now, or in general win 3 times. Helios, this should be their series, especially if we just look how the GC Pop are just doing, whiffs and not defending properly in defense. And in the end, that costing them as well just 2 games. If Helios can capitalize on that, then in the end Helios will just win this series. But we're about to get into game 4, and Helios were hoping to get a clean sweep. Well, it is not a clean sweep, but here they are. Helios 2-1 up against the GC Pop in the season 6 ECC Division 4 Grand Final. Let's get underway. Ascension Helios against the GC Pop.
And here we are here into game 4. Druben misses the ball here, and Frizzle Shizzle goes to the shot, and it could be a goal. An early start for the GC Pop here. A miss from Druben does allow Frizzle to go for the shot, puts Bree and Prospect out of position. 1-0 to the GC Pop here very early on.
Yeah, very early on, it's already a lead for DGC Pop. Straight from the kickoff, definitely taking the momentum from last game, winning overtime. And now here they are, game 4, and they're in the lead. Don't mind me with the challenge. Bree wins it though. Chow puts it upfield. Druben can get a big clear out. Can he get it again? He does indeed get it over 1. Well, gets over his own teammate, I have to say. Don't mind me with an attempt. Prospect can get the clear, but there is Frizzle. Let's get it up to the back wall. Chow gets into the middle. Bree with some possession. Doesn't do much with it though. As you see, don't mind me trying to get it. The demo there to get up to the side wall. Chow goes for the challenge. Tries to get again. Gets it past Prospect. But there is Bree. Has no boost though. And that's an open net again. Don't mind me scores the second goal for the GC Pop. Again, a mistake there from Bree being the last defender. Ascension Helios are really struggling here. The GC Pop up with 2 goals now.
Yeah, and as you said, Bree making the clinical mistake there in just missing the ball, allowing Don't Mind Me to take the shot, open net, not going to miss them, and it's 2-0 to the GC Pop right now. Bree on the wall, no boost, so just putting it right down to Don't Mind Me, putting it into the danger zone, but Druben does well to clear it back out. Prospect trying to put it in the middle, but again, no one to follow that ball, so it's just a free touch from Chow. Druben with the clear. It seems like a bit of a ping-pong battle right now, if I say so myself. Frizzle touching into the middle. Prospect Gets dunked there by Don't Mind Me, and he's got boost here. See if he can make a play out of this. Puts it into the center, and a good clear from Bree there. Machao, decent touch to the side. Frizzle might be able to center this back to Machao, but a good clear from Druben. Has forward momentum on that ball, so we can clear it out a lot more safer. Don't Mind Me. Gets the demo off. Frizzle has time here. Oh, wastes the time. He could have made a play out of this. Prospect, good dunk. Machao puts it to the corner here. Might be able to secure the boost, but he goes for the shot instead, and a good save from Druben in the net. Frizzle puts it back in the danger zone, but Bree's got good control here, and a good flick from Bree. Don't Mind Me, puts it to the ceiling. Good drop there from Druben into his own corner, and a good dunk from Prospect. And it seems like Ascension Helios are pushing that ball back out of their defense into offense, but it seems like there's no offensive opportunities for them to use. But here we are, Bree putting into the center here, but again a big clear from Don't Mind Me. And the GC Pop may have an opportunity here. Frizzle, good shot and unlucky there. Good save from Bree, waiting at the back post. Good shot from Don't Mind Me, and he gets dunked there by Prospect. Bree puts it onto the wall, might be able to get a second touch, but Machao with a good challenge. Ooh, Prospect with the miss, and Machao's in a 1v1 situation here. Puts it round for Frizzle, sorry, my bad. And he gets the goal. Good touch from Machao. Good center, and Frizzle slips it in. 3-0 for the GC Pop here, Dennis.
Yeah, it is 7 shots against 0 of Ascension Helios. 3-0 down it is, and they're definitely not doing a great job. It's the GC Pop attacking over and over again, and then Ascension Helios had quite, an open net, could not get a hit on it. Well, they still have the time to come back, but they need to do much better than they're doing now. They've had 0 shots so far in this game, and they had such a good start of this series, getting 2 games in hand, and now it's the GC Pop coming back very good. Maybe being the underdogs, of course. It was Ascension Helios beating the first place of a league play. But now they're here, struggling to beat the GC Pop here in game 4. Druben with the big clear. Prospect trying to get again. Prospect with an open net, looks like. Can't get a hit though. And Frizzle will take it out of harm's way. Gets up to the ceiling. Druben with an early challenge. And now everything that Helios gotta do is just attack, attack, and attack. 1 minute still. 3 goals down. Prospect with possession. Puts the ball upfield. Has no boost to work with anymore. Cho gets the ball to the other side. Frizzle up to gets it to Bree. Cho in the corner. Druben. And that's gonna be the 4th goal. Frizzle. Probably that's gonna be decided. Still 0 shots for Helios. 4th goal for the GC Pop. 52 seconds to go. That's probably game 4 done and dusted.
Yeah, I'd agree here. Game 4 definitely done and dusted here. 4-0 for the GC Pop going into game 5 with a lot of forward momentum in comparison to Ascension Helios. Ascension Helios definitely need to approach the next game with a lot more attackive mindsets, but as I say that, a good little passing play there from Bree and Prospect. Bree, a good little solo play, passing into the midfield, good vision from Bree, and Prospect with a good little doink into the top corner. 4-1. The comeback is possible here, but it's so unlikely. But here we go into the next kickoff. Prospect with a good kickoff here. Frizzle putting it into the corner. Good clear by Druben. There needs to be a lot more of a counter offense here for Ascension Helios, and this might do it, but a really good touch out from Don't Mind Me. A good shot from Druben. It's just gone under, and Frizzle really does well there to keep composed just to clear that ball out. Prospect going for a touch, puts it to the corner. Again, no danger here, and if I'm honest, I think this is definitely game here for the GC Pop. Taking game 4, making the series 2-2, making game 5 everything to play for here, making one team have the advantage, and they're just going to drop it here, but they're keeping it up just for courtesy of the stream, just to enjoy it. And Don't Mind Me, Frizzle keeps it up, going for the pass infield here, and a good touch from Druben, and that is game. The GC Pop really proving themselves here, just to show that they can do this. They are capable of winning this series, even with a very high defeat in game 1 and 2. We'll see what game 5 turns out to be, Dennis. But I'm putting my money on the GC Pop here, just with a little bit more momentum.
Yeah, it is match point for both teams. Well, the game that can get both teams in match point, I have to say. Ascension Helios lost the momentum after game 2. They just got it all away. The GC, but they won 2 games in a row, really deserved. And I think what Helios has to do is just taking your time when you have the ball. They just giving possession away way too often. And definitely they need to change that, because if you give the GC that much space, they will do something with it. And they just need some more offensive pressure. So far, it's it's been firstly Helios with some good pressure, and now it is the GC Pop with really good pressure, having the momentum going into what is game 6, if I believe. Now game 5 it is the match 4 match point. So both teams really want to win this. Helios trying to come back, trying to get back that momentum they've had after the first 2 games. And it is the GC Pop trying to keep going with the momentum they're having now, though. We see early offense for Helios. Not a goal, though. But now we see the GC Pop in the middle. Frizzle can't get a hit, though. Already offensive game. Turns out to be a great game 5. Great. Push the ball upwards in the corner, don't mind me. Gets it clear again. Driven with the ball upwards. That's going to get straight down. Prospect can't get a hit though. Could have been a very nice goal from him if he could have managed to hit that. Now here, Max. Oh, that's really unfortunate from both players going for that. Fortunately for the GC Pop side, it has not been resolved into a goal though. Prospect now going for the shot. Won't go in. No, great save from Don't Mind Me. Dribbling still with the offense. The striker of the team. Can he get it again? Prospect now. Don't Mind Me clears it out of the dangerous area. Now it is Bray. Can't get a hit though. Dribbling clears it out. And now it is Frizzle or Macho getting control of the ball. It's up though. But fortunately, Prospect can't get a hit for the GC Pop side. Now it is Prospect. Oh, that could have been a dangerous redirect. Still pressure the Prospect with a shot, and no one going there for the GC Pop defense. I think the one in defense should have gone for that. Did not expect, I think, and this Prospect with the first goal of this game.
Yeah, Machado looking very awkward in net there. I think he was power sliding in net, trying to get a recovery, but it was just too quick of a shot from Prospect. 1-0 to Ascension Helios, and a good already kickoff from Ascension Helios. Frizzle gonna control the ball. Good touch from Bree there. Don't mind me popping it up. Druben, good touch there. Frizzle's gonna try and get a touch there, but a lot of whiffs there from both sides. Frizzle with the shot, and a good save from Druben, putting matters safe. Oh, good speed there from Frizzle, beating Druben on that ball on the wall there. Prospect, pop over 1. Has low boost to work with though, puts it in the infield, gets it round 2, but still low boost. No boost to work with here, trying to put it infield. And a great play from Prospect. He doesn't even need any boost here. Well played from Prospect, putting this into the middle for Bree. 2-0 to Ascension Helios here. What are we thinking, Dennis?
Yeah, that's what you really want to see from Ascension Helios. Last game they got pressured, now they have the pressure. It is 9 shots against only 1 of the GC Pop. And we just saw a great play between Prospect and Bree. The connection was there, and now it's an open net. Dribbin will not miss those. He will get those every day. Gets another goal on his name. 3-0 it is. Helios are wrapping the GC Pop apart. Dribbin just with an easy tap in, an overcommit of GC Pop that is. But Helios doing definitely a great job so far in this game, getting themselves into match point in game 6. Though we've only been playing here for 2 minutes, so still everything is possible. If GC Pop can turn this game around, it could be very easily that they take this game. So Helios can't break down now. They need to keep up the pressure if they want to win this game, and GC Pop need to get out of defense, because pretty much all game it has been played on the side of GC Pop. They really need to change that. Half the game still left, and it's all Helios game so far, Ethan.
Yeah, and as we say that, Druben driving that ball into the top corner. A divine shot there from Druben. Good pass from Bree into the midfield, and Druben slotting that into the top right corner of their net. And here we are, and great pressure here from Ascension Helios, just keeping and maintaining that pressure so the GC Pop cannot respond. And here we are, Bree with another opportunity. Can he slot it? Unlucky there from Bree. So unlucky there for Ascension. And here we go, Chow. Good touch there. It's going to drop down, and can they respond? And a good save from Prospect there. The GC Pop definitely need a response here. Maybe getting a couple of goals here just to make it a little bit more of a tighter game here. But here we go. Don't mind me clearing it out. Good touch from Druben. Really great power there. Good angle of a car. Great angle of a shot, sorry, from his car. And here we go. Druben. Good shot here. It's popping up. Can someone follow this for Ascension Helios? And they can't. Frizzle clearing the ball. Druben gonna drop it to the left side. For Chow. Gonna drop it again. Gonna try and go for a flick. Can't get it past. And now it seemed a bit more of a tighter game here. I think the momentum has dropped a little bit for Ascension Helios here. So the GC Pop may have a little bit of an opportunity here just to strike. But again, they have to be very, very careful. Because if they overcommit, it's going to be a 5th goal. And there's definitely no coming back from a 5th goal in this series here, Dennis.
Yeah, everything that Ascension Helios is doing now is just controlling the game, controlling defense, not letting any goal, any shot past. And yeah, they're doing a quite good job. They are 4 goals up already, and they don't need to overcommit. They don't need the pressure. They just need to keep the clean sheet. Of course, they just can't. They can't just stick in defense. But they're definitely doing a great job so far. 40 seconds, and looks like this game will go in favor of Helios. The battle of match point looks like it's going to get in favor of Helios, because 30 seconds, 4 goals up. Looks like nothing can go wrong now. I've seen things in Rocket League, but yeah, it looks like this is just, yeah, it's not possible anymore for GC Pop. And GC Pop would need 2 wins and push for a 4th game 7 in this playoffs. It's still possible. We've seen GC Pop winning twice already in a row, but now we see them losing in a 4-0 fashion against Helios. Helios putting themselves up in match point, which is really great to see. And there it drops. 4-0 for Helios, 3-2 in the series. Helios just 1 game away from winning it up, from winning Division 4 playoffs, from going to Division 3, from Division 4 to Division 3. Everything is here possible, but they need the win here. They can't slow down now. The GC Pop will do everything that they can to, get back into the series and get into a game 7. So yeah, still everything to play for, and really interesting to see how this game 6 will turn out.
Yeah, and as we see, Nitrox putting in the chat here, game 7 OT, and I think everyone is wanting this. So everyone in the chat, let's see, do we want a game 7, or do we just want Ascension Helios to take this series here? But here we go. Going into maybe the final game if Ascension Helios take it. But the dread of game 6 is now here for the GC Pop. And a good kickoff there to start it off. Good control here from Macharo. He might be able to get a good shot here, but a good clear to the side there from Druben. Druben going to control this with a good touch there. And Prospect might be able to follow this. It's a good opportunity if Prospect can slot this in. It's so close, and Prospect is just so close here for Ascension Helios. They just can't take it. And Machao, good pressure here. But Frizzle has boost to work with here. Good drop down. But Bree, good clear here, good composure. Prospect tries to challenge the ball here, but with 0 boost to his name, he can't do much of this play for Druben. Good dunk there from Don't Mind Me, and it could be a goal, but good defense from Bree, good positioning. Prospect going for a touch into the infield there. Again, no one there to strike for Ascension Helios. Druben, the star player of today, as we may have seen, doesn't do really too much with that play. Prospect whiffs the ball, but Frizzle can't do much either. Bree has a bit of time in the corner here, but no, Machao's going to shut that down. Just pressure it. Frizzle putting it back to the corner. Can he do much here? 26 boost to his name. A good little touch into the middle here. Don't mind me, it's a shot on target, but a good save from Ruben. Bree. A good touch here. Can we get a third? Oh, a good save from Frizzle, putting it to the side here. Prospect is still going to attack on this. No one there for Ascension Helios to go for a quick shot. Don't mind me, putting it to the opposition's corner. Let's see what happens here. Druben putting it into the corner again, really. Again, it's just seeming like it's going back and forth here. Not much is happening. A few whiffs, a few mishits, a lack of control from either team. It seems like it can go either way still, Dennis.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are a bit nervous. Rotations are a little bit off, I have to say. And it has to be the GC pop. They should be the one who should be nervous here. Well, we see a good demo, but we just can't see the shot. Well, as I already said, it has to be the GC pop who should be nervous here, because they're just one game away. If they lose it here, then it's series done and dusted. They will take the second place, and Helios will be crowned as Division 4 champions. So it's still a goalless game, though, in Game 6. And so far, we've seen some pressure from the GC pop. So not much dangerous offense. It's been back and forth play, like a pinball game. But it's still goalless. Not much great offense. Not what you expect from both teams. You've seen some great offenses already. It looks like both teams are just struggling a bit now. McCho should be getting that. He does indeed get onto the side wall. Now the ball is loose. Frizzle can get it to the side wall. Prospect with a great clear out. Bree going for that as well. Don't mind me. Last man gets a good save. 2 minutes to go. Still a goalless game. Druben tries to get it. He does indeed. But no one there for Helios to follow it up. Frizzle with a great shot. Druben there to get it out of the danger area. As you see, don't mind me, can get a little clear. Prospect taking it to the right side of the field. The demo from Druben to Frizzle. Going to be dangerous now. Prospect has a bit of time. No, he doesn't. Frizzle just challenging that. I see Druben gets a goal, or gets a shot on goal, I have to say. But Machao will save that any day. 1 minute 23 seconds in, and it's going to be really close now. Time is ticking, and if Ascension Helios scores now, it's going to be a real hard task for the GC Pop. Those GC Pop are under pressure now. Offense for them. Great save from Bree. Ascension Helios trying to get out of defense. 1 minute to go. Just don't mind me pushing the ball up, keeping the offense on their side, and there it is. The first goal. GC Pop will take this goal, trying to push the series to a Game 7, and a really good double tap from Don't Mind Me.
Yeah, and again, a little bit of hesitation there from Bree, just trying to go up for that. Maybe a lack of communication there from Druben, just saying that he was rotating back into back post. But again, we need to see some more offense from Ascension Helios if they're not thinking about taking this into Game 7. But again, here we go, Bree. It's a little bit of boost to her name, popping it up. It goes over Machao, and a great touch from Prospect. Can Druben finish this off? And no, he can't. Machao, clear to the side. Ascension Helios really need a goal here to put this to either overtime, and a great save from Druben. Very nearly another goal for the GC Pop.
Yeah, I already counted the goal, to be fair, Druben with a great save just in the end, but 20 seconds to go for Helios. They gotta score now or never. Well, still, it can go in Game 7, but they definitely want to get this series to their hands after this game, or we get it into a 4th Game 7 of today. Division 4 players can't get any closer. 4 Game 7s, who would have thought that? It's 9:45, and the game should have been ended at 9 o'clock here, but we just, we're still playing on. It is the GC Pop taking this series to a Game 7. Oh my, this series is so close as well. Can't get any closer, and it's a Game 7 again. Helios against the GC Pop. It only takes 1 game for the final. For who's gonna take the crown of Division 4 is GC Pop against Ascension Helios. It's gonna be a really close series, but definitely it's gonna be a great game.
Yeah, as we say, good luck to both sides here. Let's see in the chat who we are voting for. Are we voting for the GC Pop to take this series or Ascension Helios? I don't know what my prediction here, Dennis. Both sides are so close here, but if we're judging off this game, the GC Pop really dominated in offense here. I really don't know what way it's going to go, Dennis. What are we thinking?
Yeah, no, it can go anyway. We saw just so many shots from the GC Pop this game. But for example, last game, it was Helios with so many shots. So it can go anyway. But yeah, it's going to be really close. If this goes to a Game 7 overtime again, both teams, of course, have won the semifinals through a Game 7 overtime. If they can, if it's going to be a Game 7 overtime again, well, that would be the perfect ending, I would say. It's heart beating for both teams here, and you could almost feel the nerves of the players, of the fans, of these teams. But it's yeah, Helios here. You know, they're trying to get a win. They had already a chance last game, missed the chance though, and now they are here. But there is the first goal. Frizzle will take the first goal of this Game 7.
And here we are, an early start here for the GC Pop. A great angle there from Frizzle. Just bounces that in from the post. 1-0 to the GC Pop.
Yeah, 1-0 it is. GC Pop with a good early lead in the game. Perfectly what they want, bringing the momentum of last game into this game. Well, Helios still have a lot of time, but they need to get some goals. I mean, they don't have to rush it. They don't have to overcommit, but they still need to get those goals. 4.5 minutes still. As a Prospect trying to get an offense going. Can't get a double though. Druben is up very early for that. Bree is just waiting patiently, waiting for the challenge. Well, now she's too late as the ball falls into the corner. Prospect a bit awkward on that as Druben just clears out Don't Mind Me from the field. And now we see Frizzle with the challenge. Bree with an important save. Don't Mind Me trying to get it. Druben in his own corner, misses it though. And now Prospect into the side wall. Prospect takes it on his own, tries to find someone in the middle maybe. But it's a good challenge from Don't Mind Me. Bray now got the challenge. And Fraser with a clean shot. You can't give him that much space, Helios. And the second goal for the GC Pop is a fact.
Yeah, and as you said here, we can't be given, especially for Ascension Helios, they can't be given that much space on the field. Frizzle can just get a free shot onto the goal here. And here we go into the next kickoff, and a good kickoff there from Don't Mind Me, and the whiff from Druben. And here we go, Prospect, it's a free goal, and he misses. It could have been 2-1 for Ascension Helios. And here we go, Don't Mind Me on the wall. Prospect, good dunk there from Don't Mind Me. Prospect, good pressure though, just to make Don't Mind Me panic. Michal, going off the ceiling here. When we see a highlight reel there, we can't. Prospect, good backboard defense there. But again, he's got boost now. He collected the mid boost. Good opportunity there. But Frizzle, really good challenge there. Definitely the GC Pop seem like the stronger opponents right now. Just seeing their good pressure. They're just so dominant on the field right now in comparison to Ascension Helios. I feel like it's going to be the GC Pop taking this series right now, Dennis.
Yeah, definitely. They've been the upper hand here, and Ascension Helios struggling in defense as the shot coming in. Not in goal though, but Don't Mind Me still putting up the pressure and so many shots. Helios can count themselves a bit lucky, not conceding the third here. But I mean, this last series from Helios, we saw them in the exact same position. They were 2-0 down. And with 20 seconds to go, if I remember correctly, or 30 seconds, they brought the game to an overtime. And here it is, Druben will get one goal back. But as I said, Helios were in like the same position. And then they scored 2 back, bringing that game to an overtime, the Game 7, and winning that overtime after the kickoff. So, you know, everything is possible. So Helios, they gotta get a goal back. Still very good possible for Helios to win this series and win this game. And yeah, we might be seeing a comeback here, Ethan.
Yeah, we could be seeing a comeback here. There is plenty of time on the clock here for Ascension Helios to come back here. But here we are, Druben putting the ball into the danger zone. Frizzle, good control, but it goes into the middle here. Bree with a beat. Michal has to save this, and a good save from Michal. Kieran the booster, he might be able to follow, but Prospect with good speed there. Oh, Druben just misses that, and Bree can clear it back up the field. Druben with the cut, nearly beats Don't Mind Me there, but good defense from Don't Mind Me. Into the backboard. Oh, and this could be dangerous here for Ascension Helios. Druben Misses the challenge. And a good touch from Frizzle. And a good shot from Don't Mind Me. And here we are. 3-1 for the GC Pop. The underdogs in this competition. Here we are, Dennis. 3-1. What are we thinking?
Yeah, Don't Mind Me with a great shot. Also good bombs there in defense, just putting up Prospect. Prospect couldn't get up, couldn't jump because he got bumped. But now it is Helios. 1.5 minutes for them. Might be, well, it is the last 1.5 minutes of Division 4. Well, it depends. Will it go to an overtime? Helios will have to do everything they can in offense. They've had so many shots throughout this series now. It is their time. They have to pressure the GC Pop as much as they can. 1 minute and 11 seconds on the clock. Time is ticking for Ascension Helios. Bray on the side wall. Prospect gets it clear, but it's probably gonna be safe or cleared. Well, McCho missed the ball though. And you see the ball going into the middle. Bray with a weak shot. Ball going to the side wall. Drummond there misses the ball. That's not what you want to see in this situation. Frizzle gets a save. And now GC Pop will do everything in defense. Bray looks like they're all losing it. Double commit as well. Prospect is waiting in the middle. Can't get a shot though. Druben couldn't either. And now the ball is going to the side of Helios. And there it is. The fourth goal for the GC Pop. 34 seconds to go. And that's, you know, I think that's gonna be the decider.
Oh, that is definitely a decider there. Well played from the GC Pop. Answering back from Ascension. Helios' first game 1 and game 2 wins over them. They've responded really well here. They've had a really great attitude towards this series. But again, there is opportunity. 29 seconds to get 2 goals here. What a great kickoff there. Well, not even a kickoff, just a follow from Prospect, dunking both opponents. And it goes in, smack off the ceiling. 4-2 to the GC Pop. And we go into the next kickoff here. Don't mind me. With a great kickoff this time. Frizzle, good touch. It's going to drop down here. Frizzle can follow this. And a good touch there from Druben. Good speed there from Bree. Just to cover all angles there. Just to put it back to the corner. Machau with the shot. And that secures the win. 100% for the GC Pop. I can't see Ascension Helios coming back here. It's so unfortunate for Ascension Helios here, Dennis.
Yeah, it is. And it is going to be the GC Pop now, who's going to Division 3. And Ascension Helios are going to be the second place. Really unfortunate for Ascension Helios. They've had 2 chances to win the game, but now they've just thrown it away. It is a 5-2 win here. Well, they can still be falling a goal, but we have a winner here. We have a Division 4 winner, and it's not Ascension Helios. It is the GC Pop, the underdogs. And yeah, congratulations to Frizzle, Don't Mind Me, and MacChild for winning Division 4 of this 6th season of ECC. It's been a really good series. Again, going into Game 7, we've had 4 Game 7s today, and it looks like the GC Pop, they are the Game 7 masters here. Very long day it was for all the teams here. And yeah, I'm just really happy, you know, to see such a close Division 4, and in the end, you know, the GC Pop with, you know, a deserved win. Game 7 was theirs. In the end, we saw Ascension Helios trying to come back a bit, but it just did not work out for them. Very unfortunate for Ascension Helios, but GC Pop with a deserved victory, taking the Division 4 crown, and it's gonna be the GC Pop moving on to Division 3 next season.
Yeah, and here we are. It was a very close series here for the GC Pop. They took it though. They just played so much better in consistency in comparison to Ascension Helios. But unlucky, both teams played very well within this series. We wish them all the best of luck within their next series, or whatever they plan to do with each other. And that's it really from me. I don't really know what else we have to say. But I feel like there was a great series, a great stream from everyone. Thank you for everyone for coming along. And we hope to see you next time. I think when is the next date for the next series is, Dennis?
It's gonna be tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be having the Division 3 playoffs. And if I just have a little quick look, who's going to be in it? I think we also have a... now we see a Rocket Core Pluto, Irrelevant Esports, Forest Green, Godalions Celeritas, and No Hope Crimson. So yeah, that's gonna be some great content as well. Now we will be seeing, yeah, of course, Division 3 players tomorrow. Division 4 players were today. If you missed it out, we saw just the final ended between the GC Pop and Helios. Helios lost it with 4-3, and GC Pop won it 4-3. In second place, of course, we have Helios. In third place, we have what was it? TT Paradigm? No, it was Brutal Base. In fourth place, it was Brutal, or it was TT Paradigm. So in the end, quite an upsetting playoff, seeing that we got first place. It was Brutal Base in league play, but now it was GC Pop third place taking the victory. Ascension Helios from fourth place to second place, and then Brutal Base from from first place in league play going to fourth place to third place, and TT Paradigm from second place going to fourth place. So yeah, it's quite an upsetting story for all the teams here, but in the end it has been a really good series. I want to thank everyone for watching. At some point we had 90 viewers for a Division 4 match. That's insane. So thank you all for watching. I want to thank Empathy and Niptrox for streaming. I want to thank Stella and Ethan for casting with me, and of course I want to thank Godalions for sponsoring this season of ACC. I want to thank everyone again for watching. I hope to see you all tomorrow with a new stream for the Division 3 playoffs. I hope to see you all then. So for now, good night, have a good sleep, and I'll see you tomorrow.
See you later, guys.